What's up guys, my name is Talha and you are watching Gadgets Sphere. In today's video, I'm gonna do the full review of Arrow OS Android 13 for the Poco F4. So this is the latest version of Arrow OS. As you guys can see, Android 13.0 having G-app support as well. Now let's just talk about the things which are absolutely insane in this custom ROM. First of all, if you scroll to the Google feed, it is very smooth. Like you get zero lag here. It is running on 120 Hz all the time, which is really nice because in MIUI you don't get 120 Hz all the time. Now the second thing is it is close to stock Android. The experience you get in Arrow is very close to the stock Android. Even if you scroll YouTube, you are gonna see it is very smooth. Like 120 Hz just work all the time, which is a very good thing, and I really appreciated more important stuff like the cameras and other stuff like the notch support. So this custom ROM comes with a pre-built-in camera support, which is a very nice thing. It has a app which is actually for the camera. Like this is the camera app it has pre-built in, but the quality is just absolutely trash. But it does mean that you don't have to install any other camera app if you want to use, and it also supports OIS in case you are wondering, so it does support that. But this is the pre-installed camera app. You can obviously install the Google camera from watching this video right here, how to install Google camera for the Poco F4 by watching this video. But yeah, this does have a nice installed camera app. Now let's just talk about the performance of this custom ROM. Now this custom ROM has a lot of stuff going for it, which is actually very nice, and it is very close to Android as well, as I told you. So if you open Geekbench 5 in this custom ROM, you go in history, you go in this, and this is the store you get. In the single core it is 853, in the multi-core it is 2872. Now this score is not the best but not really bad as well. Like I think it's quite good for a smartphone like this. It's performing really nice. This custom ROM has no problems in terms of the gaming performance. I have played BGMI in this one for about 1 hour and I find it to be quite smooth, so no problems and lag in that. And then I have also played these normal smooth games, which are working absolutely fine, so no problems in terms of these gaming. You can play this game without any problem. Just tap on it, there you go. You guys can see one more thing I wanted to tell you while playing this game, that is the haptic feedback in this custom ROM is absolutely awesome. So that is a very important thing you need to know. Like in many custom ROMs, the haptic feedback isn't that great, but after using it for about a week, I can tell you this is very nice. So yeah, it does give you a good sense of haptic feedback while using the ROM, and it has a lot of other stuff like let me show you the other stuff as well. So I was talking about the Geekbench score. Now the score is actually quite good, 2872 for the multi-core and single core 853. It is actually quite faster than other smartphones, but still it isn't the best I got. And a lot of people were asking for this CPU throttle test for this Poco F4. I have also performed that as well, so let me show you. I did not did the 15 minute, but I did about 10 minutes because I was a bit short of time. But you guys can see this is the performance. At 10 minutes, we got 78% of throttling to its max performance, which is I think a pretty bad thing because it shouldn't throttle less than more than 80%. So I think CPU was only performing about 70 to 78%, which isn't the best thing, but still that's what we got. And here we have the maximum score, we have average score, we have the minimum score. So this is the scoring which it is getting. The minimum is actually the lowest like I've ever seen in any smartphone. 32,000 is just the lowest. But yeah, that was the drop I got. It was insane. But it's about in 10 minutes you are getting 78% of performance. So it means that in 15, if you do a rough estimate, it will be around 75%, not less than that. But it does mean that this custom ROM isn't performing the best in this smartphone. It's just okay. Now, let's just talk about the other features of this custom ROM. So in terms of if you go in this wallpaper section, if you go in this wallpaper and style, you actually just get one wallpaper on device, that is this Arrow OS wallpaper. You don't get a lot of wallpapers, so that is one thing you need to know. And in the themed icons, it actually does do the theming pretty well, and it looks quite sick as well. So that is one nice thing about this custom ROM. Now in the grid icon, you can obviously change how you like and the way you want it to have. And then we have the other things like the basic colors, the wallpaper colors, and a lot of other things. But we're going to talk about the important stuff, the stuff that actually matters. So let's just talk about that. So if you go in setting, you guys can see we have a lot of normal Android, stock Android like feel. And that is a very nice thing because a lot of custom ROMs don't provide stock Android feel, especially if you're having a Poco smartphone, you need that. So now if you go in colors in the display option, you actually should do this to saturated. or boosted. This is when your smartphone will look good, because the natural one is quite dull, it doesn't look that great, and on camera it might be looking good because of the color editing, but in reality the natural one looks really bad. We have tap to wake, tap to sleep. So now how does tap to wake work? Just double tap and boom, your smartphone wakes up and it opens. Now one thing I noticed that was a bit error in my smartphone, or I don't know other phones as well, that the fingerprint scanner wasn't working the fastest. Like if I register right now in front of you guys, you will get an idea that it is not as fast as MIUI was. So that is one thing you need to know. Let's just put password 2552 confirm, allow, and let me just register the fingerprint scanner. You guys can see it isn't the fastest in this custom ROM, the iOS Android 13, as it was in MIUI or even in Evolution X. I find the fingerprint scanner to be a lot more faster in opening and even in registering. So this is maybe a thing which can be resolved within software updates. So no problem there. There you go. I think due to this animation it feels slow, but it depends. It really depends. I don't know. Yeah, due to the animation, it does feel a bit slow in MIUI. You don't get that big of an animation, so that might be a thing. But overall, this custom ROM has almost everything. It has a device and parental control, how much you have used it today and other days. Then we have the system settings. In system settings, you have a lot of things as well. We have the updater app as well, so you can just tap on this, and if there is a new update, you can automatically update to this custom ROM without even entering TWRP recovery. But then your recovery may get uninstalled, so I'm not really sure about that. In gestures, we have a lot of gestures, and this is the most important feature which many people really like, and that is the 3 button navigation. Now most of the people don't want you know to just use gestures, so you can get that as well, and you can have the gestures as well. So it depends upon your taste which type of navigation you like the most. Then we have swipe to screenshot, which is a really good feature. Like just swipe 3 fingers, there you go, got the screenshot. There's one thing which I don't like in Arrow OS, and that is this thing, the editor. Now this editor is actually quite boring. It has very limited features, and it is not of the original Android 13. You can basically not edit the things you really want, and I mean, I just don't like it that much. Maybe many people love it, but I don't like the editor. It is not that great. So we have that swipe to take screenshot feature, which is really nice. We have advanced restart as well, like you can automatically restart to recovery and bootloader. Now this is a very important feature which is present in a lot of other smartphones as well. You have advanced restart. You can also reboot to safe boot mode. This would disable all the third-party apps. So yeah, it depends upon you. Then you can quickly open the camera by pressing the power button twice. Now let's just try that. So if I press the power button twice, there you go, the camera is opened. But that wasn't that quick, so I don't find it to be the quickest. But these are the gestures you get in this custom ROM. And yeah, overall, it's a quite good custom ROM. I have no complaints in this. Has almost everything you need. We have thermal profiles. We have, other battery percentage can be shown if you tap on this button. There you go. You guys can see the battery percentage. So this is a good custom ROM. It is a replacement of the stock Android. But is it as good as a Pixel ROM? We're gonna find out in the next videos, because then I'm gonna test out a Pixel ROM in this Poco F4, and then I'm gonna tell you my opinion about it. But for now, this is pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you like my channel or my videos, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.